Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Emily and I am the Science Studio on Teachers Pay Teachers. Today I'm going to talk to you a little bit about what I was doing before I was a premium seller and how my sales have increased since becoming a premium seller in January 2024. I was watching a couple other YouTubes this morning with other creators and I kind of had an aha moment. I didn't think I was doing that well on TPT until I listened to some other teacher income reports, and I figured out that I am actually doing okay for where I'm at. So I've only been a premium seller for a couple of months. And in February of 2024, I made a total of $231. And obviously there are teachers that make way more than I do, but for my second month of being a premium seller, I think that's pretty good. My store is also in the 92nd percentile across all of TPT. So I do feel like I am on the right track. I became a premium seller on January 9th, 2024. And prior to that, I just had a store for putting up resources that I was just making for my classroom. And some of the resources I was making were not very good. And I'm going to show you what I have done differently with the resources that I previously made into what they look like now. And some of the mistakes I made with thumbnails and previews to how I'm changing it and how that is drastically increasing my sales. So this is one of my old products that I made. It is a Forces foldable where students can fill in the blanks and do their notes through this PowerPoint. This PowerPoint is extremely plain. I cannot believe I actually put this out there back in 2023. Now, I did have sales from it, right? But this product is just not where it needed to be. So now I'm going to show you the same product, but what I've done to revamp it. In all of my presentations, I include a how to use this presentation slide, and this shows the teacher how to use the presentation. I also show them where to get the student notes and the downloadable PDF answers and things like that. I also always try to include Google Slide speaker notes. Speaker notes are like a script the teacher can use, especially if they aren't really sure on the subject. And the speaker notes has a pop-up where you can see the notes on your screen, but the students cannot see them on the presenter side of the screen. So this is the PowerPoint that again, this is the same thing, all of the same content, except for I have kind of revamped it to look a little bit cuter. I did change a few of the wording things on here, but overall it is the same resource. Now, my question to you all is, which one would you rather buy? We have this Forces foldable that looks like this, or would you want to buy something like this? I hope you guys would say the second one, right? Because it did take some time for me to change it. But it wasn't a lot of time because the content was already there. So I want to encourage you that if you already have some products in your store that maybe aren't doing well, take the content and revamp them to make it more appealing for another buyer to get your product. Another mistake I did was my previews. So this is an old preview. I literally would have it on a PDF and I would shrink it so you can kind of see more parts, and I would just write Science Studio, or sometimes I would write preview on it, and it was just one image. This was a big no-no. I'm going to show you what my previews look now. Also in my thumbnails, I would just have two pages on top of each other, and then I would just do screenshots of the rest of them in the preview. So now I'm going to show you what my previews and thumbnails look like now. This is one of my thumbnails, and I'm not going to lie, this one's a little bit wordy, but there is a lot to this product. In this screen, I've also included the speaker notes because a lot of people don't know about speaker notes, and it's extremely beneficial for teachers. And then now we're going to take a look at this preview. In all of my previews, I always include what will you get in the content that is covered. I take screenshots of the note pages. In this resource specifically, I have two versions of it. I have a PowerPoint and I have a fill in the blank for students themselves. So if teachers want a completely digital lesson, they can have the students fill out the slides or the printable notes. I include sample slides. Then I also include that slide, how to use this presentation. I showed them the quizzes, everything. Now I do blur them out, and sometimes I like overlay images on them just so I don't have people steal them. And then I blur the answer keys, and then I always leave a thank you and my contact information. Here's another example of some of the thumbnails that I did. This one's a little bit more simple. I've just been recently playing around with different borders. Most of my products, though, do have this image, and I do my colors based off of my logo, but I am trying a new thing and I will let you guys know if these colorful borders work. So this just kind of shows what the resource is, screenshots of the website the students would be using to find their answers. This one includes a CER, and then I have the answer key. Sometimes in my other previews, I will use the last thumbnail to show the content covered and what you get, but it kind of just depends on the resource. I think it is extremely beneficial for you all to make sure you are really showcasing your product in a safe way. I have seen horror stories where teachers upload their actual resource to the preview and people were just downloading that. So don't do that. Make sure you have some protection on your previews and your thumbnails. But overall, these are just some of the changes that I have made since becoming a premium seller in January of 2024. I do think I am on the right track. I am learning more every single day, every week, and my sales have increased each month. I am projected to hopefully make more in March than I did in February, but overall, I'm really happy with my success so far on TPT. If you guys have any questions or comments, please leave them below, and I will see you guys next time.